everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. New readers, my name is Kiran and in this video I'm going to be reviewing The Dragon Reborn, which is basically the third book in the Wheel of Time series. Now I just finished reading this book and oh my god, I absolutely loved it. It is amazing and I definitely have to say that among the first three, this one is the best. Okay, so let's start off with the characters and I'm going to start with Rand al'Thor, A Dragon Reborn. I did not like him in this book. Like literally, I hated him. I can definitely say in the first two books, he was just an average character for me. But in this book, I literally do not like him. In the starting, I thought that I might like him because the way he was kind of really stressed for all the people and the way he was responsible for the wars that were happening and he just kind of wanted to do something about it. He is not able to kind of control the one power and he can kind of make earthquakes happen. So yes, I can definitely say that he's really stressed and really vulnerable at the moment. So I genuinely thought that in the beginning I might like him in this book. And I can totally understand that in his dreams he's like fighting with Balzaman and Balzaman is kind of like taking the faces of the people that he knows. He's not literally trusting anyone, he's kind of killing everyone. So when he actually comes across people and he does not even check whether they are like dark friends or not, and he just straight up kills them, and then he kind of made the dead bodies kneel to him. So I think that kind of pissed me off and I do not like his attitude and the way he was just saying that that's how you should be because I'm the Dragon Reborn. And he was just so arrogant and weird. Like I can totally understand that this has something to do with his taint and because he's channeling the one power and he's getting that taint, so he's just kind of losing his mind. So, but still, I think I personally did not like that. So now moving on to the other characters, and the next one that I want to talk about is Perrin. And I love Perrin, and I'll definitely say that in the second book he was not there. But this one, in this book, we get so many point of views of Perrin, and I am so thankful and I just love them. Now we see that Perrin is actually coming to this realization that whatever that connection that he feels with the wolves can be really dangerous for him. Like he can literally lose himself and become a wolf. So that point was so dangerous for him and he was literally shaken by it and I was shaken by it. So we also see that he's going into this world of dreams that's called Tel'Rhynriad. I know I butchered that, but okay. So he's just going into these dreams and he's actually dreaming about some really weird stuff. Like he's dreaming about three people who are kind of fighting and he sees the women. Now we know that women has to be the Lanfear, but who are these three men who are kind of fighting with each other? Without actually spoiling me, if you think that that is something that I should know, then please comment it down below. But yes, I think Perrin's dreams were also very confusing and I literally could not make sense of them. And apart from this, he's also kind of dreaming about the sword Calendor. And we know that this is like Rand's dream and Rand is kind of like broadcasting his dream. So everyone is having the exact same dream. That's where Rand is going. So the party goes after Rand only when Perrin talks about it with Moiraine. So I think that overall Perrin was amazing in this book and we see so much of his point of view and I loved it. In this book, we got another character who's basically considered as a romantic interest for Perrin called Faile. Literally, I did not like her and I just do not understand why she's there. She was literally there to be the damsel in distress. I think that I would have loved her more if she kind of followed them and by kind of like staying at a distance rather than, you know, forcing herself into the group and forcing them to kind of take her with them. So yeah, I personally did not like her. Okay, so moving on to other characters. Matt. Oh my god. Matt had literally the best character development in this book. Like literally, he was the best. The whole connection with the dagger has been removed, at least for now, and we see that he's literally so hungry all the time and he's just eating a lot. And then we see that he goes to fight with Galad and Gawain and actually defeats them using a quarterstaff. I was shocked. I was like, oh my god. So we see that he is actually really lucky now, and he can just go and win a lot of coins because of his luck, and then he kind of distributes them to like other people and trying to help people out. Obviously we have not been shown why exactly is his luck like that, and I'm really interested in finding that out, and I do not know where this is going, but yeah, I think he was amazing in this book and I thoroughly enjoyed his character. Okay, now I'm gonna start off with Egwene. Because she's a dreamer, she gets this ring which is basically a Tarangrial, and she's able to go into the world of dreams. I have to say that all of her dreams are kind of really weird and confusing, and it's very difficult to actually make sense of them. She does not want to be captured by anyone, and I think that is one of her motivation. I think in terms of being a good channeler, I think she's doing a great job in that. So I think I really like her. And in her test we see her becoming the Amelin seat, and to be very honest, I can think of her becoming an Amelin seat in the future. So maybe she can. Okay, so now I'm gonna be talking about Nynaeve. Oh my god, was Nynaeve in this book. Like, she is a woman who's always angry, who's always kind of tugging on her braid. Like, literally, there's so much braid tugging in this book that, I mean, she literally tugs it so hard that she gets hurt by it. I think she has this great sense of responsibility, and she has to kind of protect everyone who are around her. And I think you can definitely see that in the scene where Elayne gets badly hurt, and how Nynaeve was devastated. She was devastated and she said that I want to do something for you. I will not let you die. So you can definitely feel how much she has this thing in her that no, I will heal every single person. So yeah, I absolutely love Nynaeve, and I can literally go on and on about her because I love her so much. So yes, I think in this book also she was amazing as always. So if I have to talk about Elayne, then I'll definitely say that she is there throughout this book with Nynaeve and Egwene, but we do not see her doing a lot. So the way she thinks is the way a king or a queen will think. So I think that's what makes her really important. And because she has so much history knowledge, so she's also way more educated than Nynaeve and Egwene. But there was this one scene that actually made me really shocked, and that was when Egwene and Nynaeve were kind of bickering, and literally Elayne got so angry, she slapped Egwene. So yeah, I think that was unexpected for me, and then it happened. So I think I like you, Elayne, but I would love to see more of you in future. Okay, so now Moiraine. Now Moiraine is like my favorite character, but I think that in this book we see very less of her. In the first two books, we see Moiraine as someone who's always in charge, but here nobody is like listening to her. I know that she is an amazing character, but I can definitely see that earlier everything was happening the way she wanted it to, but in this book at least it didn't happen. And I think that in the next books as well, nobody's gonna listen to Moiraine. I think that that's how things are gonna go. Okay, if I have to talk about Lan, and I'll definitely say that Lan was barely there and he had like very less lines. So we do not get a lot of Lan in this book, and I hope to get more of him in the future. So, and if I have to talk about Loial, then Loial was just there to kind of make notes for his book, and we just do not see a lot of him. And the only thing that he's just talking about is how Rand, Matt, and Perrin are like Tevirin, and that's the only thing that he talks about. And then he's just making notes for his book. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about the ending of this book, and we see that Rand has taken the calendar and he killed Balzaman, I'm going to assume. And so we get this revelation that Balzaman is not Dark One, and he's actually another Forsaken Ishmael. So yes, that was the ending, and I think with this ending, everyone just kind of knows that Rand is the Dragon Reborn. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about the things that were really shocking for me. So the first thing will definitely be the revelation that was done that the people who can channel can actually be manipulated by the Dark One by using 13 murderals and 13 Aes Sedai of the Black Aja. So that was an interesting revelation, and I definitely think that in the future a lot of Aes Sedai will be kind of changed and taken to the side of the shadow. The second revelation was definitely the whole Aiel thing with the Aes Sedai, and I definitely have to say that Aiel are literally the most interesting people that are introduced in this world, and I'll definitely have to say that I loved them. I loved the whole Maidens of the Spear women and the way they kind of fight, and they're just so stealthy. Like they can literally stand and kind of make themselves disappear and nobody knows that they're there, and yeah, they can kind of sneak on you and you'll have no idea that they're there. That it is said that once before the breaking of the world we served the Aes Sedai, though no story says how. We failed in that service. Perhaps that is the sin that sent us to the threefold land. I do not know. No one knows what the sin was except maybe the wise ones or the clan chiefs, and they do not say. It is said if we fail the Aes Sedai again, they'll destroy us. So I do not know what's this, weird connection between the Isle people and the Aes Sedai, and I really want to know what's going on between them and how is this, related to the story. Okay, so now I'll make some predictions. I think that the person Ordith that we see who's talking to Pedro Nile in the prologue, I think he is Padan Fain. I'm not sure about this, but I think he is. So that will be my first prediction. And apart from this, the second prediction I would want to make is I think Verin and Shiriam are Black Aja. So that's it. These are my predictions, and that's the video for you guys. I've tried to talk about a lot of things in this book, and I still think that a lot of things are kind of left. So if you think that I've left some important things, please comment it down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Take care.